Hey there, folks. This is MysticFish, and welcome to episode 79 of our playthrough of Factorio Deathworld Marathon. Okay, we're moving along. Attacks are definitely coming more frequently. One of the things that we just did last episode was try to beef up the train system for coal, so that hopefully we can keep our coal liquefaction well supplied and running. We are backing up some light oil here, so I think one of the things we'll do this time around is get some light oil cracking. So let's leave a little space here. Perhaps like this. Sure. And you are going to be light oil cracking. Okay, and then we'll copy this stuff over to here. And we'll copy it down here. All right. What else? We need productivity modules in you. We will need to connect the light oil in through here. Okay. Oh, we may run out of pipes here. All right, that'll be all the water. And then we need this pipe to come over this way, which I guess for now we can do with undergrounds. Okay, then we need alright, and then we need some beacon action up here. Alright, that should be producing some cracking as soon as we get some. Can we make pipes? Yep. Alright, maybe we can help out here. Oh, here comes the pipes. Alright. That stuff is being actively cracked. And we're getting a lot more gas through here. Okay. How's that helping us over here? This is fine. Alright, is that helping us out over here? Yes, we're maybe backing that up some more. We still have lots of light oil. And we're cracking it down out of this pipe here. Alright, we just got a new batch of coal in. Alright, which we think we fixed the coal. Once we get that one load down there. Is there anybody waiting down there is my question. Yes, someone is being filled here. Okay, perfect. So once this guy once this guy delivers the coal, we should be in good shape, because that'll give us a buffer. Okay, let's see. We have plenty of yellow science coming in. We do not have much in the way of purple science coming in. So we should probably check what's going on with that. Looks like we're actively working. We have productivity modules. We have all of this stuff. No, we're missing red circuits because we're missing plastic. Oh, and you're full. Okay, so let's get you the rest of the way emptied. And let's get you the rest of the way emptied. Which means we probably need to do that down here too. Okay. I think we need to upgrade. We need to upgrade this stuff to make sure that the belts are backing up appropriately. All right, upgrade those and upgrade those and upgrade this one. And upgrade these and upgrade these and these. And these. Alright, so those will upgrade over time. I'll make sure we get copper down, the copper wire down to everybody. Alright, plastic has stopped here. Because we're short on petroleum gas. Alright, petroleum gas is the bane of our existence. Yeah, just flat out stopped. Alright, we have some in here. Alright, we just gotta keep on this stuff. Okay, we now seem to have full belts of coal coming down, so that looks okay. We have more cracking going on. I think this is just going to work in... Alright, that looks better. In the sense that we are actively pushing stuff through. Alright, that's getting used, that's getting used, that's getting used. Alright, okay, we are cracking as much down to petroleum gas as we can here, folks. So we will just have to wait for that to show up. Alright, in the meantime, I think we will go park ourselves over here. We don't really have another source of coal. So there's not much we can do as far as getting more coal liquefaction going. Where are these? I don't want you upgraded. Okay, I want an upgrade planner. Where is my... Here, this guy. From blue belts to red belts. Okay. How we're doing on attacks. Looks like we need some more dragon teeth down here. Like so. Then we can undeconstruct the cliffs. All right. Very good. We do have purple coming in. I think it goes in waves as the coal gets delivered. Let's see. Where's purple? Here it is. Yeah, we're short on... There's just no petroleum gas getting into there because it's being prioritized up top. Blech, yuck. All right, let's run up there and get... let's fix the... We can fix the... Let's fix this. We have a backlog of all of the other sciences except for purple. So I think we can just do this real quick. I'll turn you off. All right, now we're pumping into here. All right, so you can have whatever we have here. And instead of a pump, we can leave this connected. Although that pump is going to send a lot of it over here. All right, so we can get some red circuits going and resume the research. We did say that we wanted to come up here and put a radar up here so we could see what was going on in this corner of the woods. Where do we have radar coverage? We need a little more. I guess we can... How many radars do we have? 2. If we make another one. So let's put one here. And we'll come up here. We definitely have a backlog of yellow. And this is what I wanted to be able to see up here. There. All right, how many have we got in here? 480 and 245. That is 725. And so are you disabled? You're disabled. Okay, great. That means the RCUs are done, and we do not need to send... We do not need to send any more petroleum gas up here, so let's take you out. That will save on some. I think what we'll do is, after we get the rocket silo researched, we can resume research, but we'll take all the pumps back out. And I'm okay with them just sharing whatever petroleum gas happens to come up, research-wise. We'll continue researching, I think, because there are some weapon upgrades and stuff that would be useful for us. But in the meantime, I think I'm gonna stick this back on the old autopilot. We may speed things up here for a while we wait for some more rocket silo research. Okay, so we'll be back in a bit. All right there, folks. That was a little over 35 minutes of sitting around waiting for the rocket silo research and watching attacks roll in. You really didn't miss much other than pasting in some dragon teeth, but the attacks are nearly constant now at this point. So research-wise, what is going to be useful for us is probably getting better flammables. We might as well. do that. But I think we need to assemble a rocket silo here. So let's see. We need a good open space for doing that. How about over here? Seems like as good a place as any. Let's clear some space. All right. Now, rocket silo. So let's get one of these so we can assemble the stuff in it. I guess we need power for you. Why don't we assemble you near power? Okay. Where did you go? Here you go. Okay. You are going to make a rocket silo. And for this, we need... Let's see. We need 1,000 steel plates, 200 blue circuits, 200 electric engines, 100 pipes, and 1,000 concrete. So let's go get this stuff. I'm going to turn this off and make a couple of boxes so we can just store the stuff. All right, let's get rid of all this stuff. And get rid of all of this stuff. Okay, now we can go pick a bunch of stuff up. All right, so one of the things we need are electric engines. That's up here. Being made, I think, hung off the yellow build for yellow science, which is up here. And which is still working, so that's good. So we have 200 of those, yes. We hopefully have 200 blue circuits in here. 2 blue circuits. That is not 200. So upper priority left, it will be. Okay, that's going to take a little while to make those. So let's go get everything else first. We needed 100 pipes and 1,000 steel and 1,000 concrete. All right, so let's go get that stuff. All right, let's see, pipes. We need 100 pipes, I think, actually. Then we need 1,000 steel. So let's go get those. Here we go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see, we need 1,000 concrete. That's all of that. Okay. Let's go dump this stuff into the assembly area. And then we'll just need the blue circuits. All right, so you all go in. Do we have any blue circuits in any of this? No. Are there any in here? No. Okay. All right, let's wait for these to get cranked out here. Let's see if we're making these multiple places, we can probably store them up multiple places. We were also making them for the RCUs, so that may be a place we can get them. These are still being made here. Ooh, this is going to take a little while. 39 out of 200. What do we have up here? Let's see. We could... We're not making reds because we're not making plastic. All right, because we've removed our pump. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is... whoops. I'm going to grab... Wow, we don't have smelting stuff up here. That's interesting. Let's get a couple of pipes so we can connect this. Then we may be able to make... All right, now we're making plastic up there. All right, so that'll help us maybe make some blue circuits. Up here we have some, which we can grab like this. If we get a little closer. There we go. Let's just grab all this stuff. All right, something broke, but that's okay. All right, how many blue circuits we got? 56 in the pocket. How many we got down here? $80. All right. I think, let's just see what all is broken. That one. What else? There's some up here that are broken. Okay, that's getting fixed. All right. I think what we will do is, while we wait for all of the blue circuits to arrive, we will speed up the video here while we wait for that, unless something interesting happens. So stay tuned. Okay, we are back. We have gotten our 200 blue circuits. So let's reset this back to normal. Let's see, is this limited? That is limited. But we can switch the output priority right again. Okay. Let's go put that in and build ourselves a rocket silo. I guess we can ride the rails here. Where is it? Down here. Okay. You need the blue circuits. Here we go. And that is a rocket silo, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right, now let's get this thing arranged. Here's our rocket silo. We'll put this out in the middle here because we're gonna set some stuff up around it. All right, let's pick this stuff up. Here are our productivity module 3s, which we will stick in here. Very good. We have 2 chests of each of the components. We need some more steel chests. Here's steel right here. Okay, we need 6 of these. Okay, 6. Let's snag some stack inserters. Okay, so this is going to look like this. Okay, with stack inserters going in here. All right, now beacons. Where's our little beacon guys? There's some down here. Copy one of those. Okay, let's see how many we can get around here. Okay, there's going to be a gap in the middle, but that's okay. Okay. Can that all be covered? Yes. What's going on here? Okay. We need power up into here. All right, let's get power for the beacons. We need power for the inserters. For that, we should get a couple of medium poles. Okay, and now we can go get the stuff. All of our components. All right, so let's plunk our stuff down here for the moment. All right. Rocket fuel. That's down here. Okay. That is the rocket fuel. Let's go put that in. A couple of chests. Then we'll dig the car out of those boxes because the car has a bigger trunk and is also faster. We can run up and get the RCUs and the LDSs. Okay, but rocket fuel. Half can go in there and half can go in there. Let's see, where is the car at? There's the car. That means the fuel must be over here. Okay. Car. Fuel. All right, let's go get ourselves some rocket parts. Let's see. We need the yellow science. That's where the LESs are. Here they are. Okay. All right, let's put those all in the trunk, or many of them in the trunk. Oh, and here's the RCUs. Okay. We got them all, so let's go put them down in our... Let's start building some rocket parts, folks. Whoa. I don't know where I'm wandering off here. Oh yeah, one more power pole just for good measure. Alright, a bot will have to fix that because I don't have my stuff with me. Alright, RCUs, you can go, half of you can go in there, and the other half of you can go in there. And then LESs, half of you can go in here, and half of you can go in there. All right, we are going. Folks, we are going to have ourselves a rocket in very short order. Okay, this has been a very exciting run. Even though it's taken us quite a while. I'm looking over here. This is 24 plus 39. So what is that? 43 hours of playtime here. Game time to get finished. But we did it. You know, slowly but surely, working along our strategy. I think a big deal here was being able to take over sort of a big section of the map with some solid perimeter walls that seem to have held up. Things got a little dicey towards the end as we needed to really clear some land to get the last few resources that we needed. And man, we barely made it with the oil and coal liquefaction and everything there. But I'm hoping we actually did the calculations right here and then we don't run out of stuff before we get there. But it looks like this is going to do it, folks. All right, the rocket silo is opening. There it is. There it is, folks. We did it. Let's launch it. All right, and there we go. So as we saw, 43 hours of playtime, lots of biters killed. Let's Let's see, small electric pole, 33. We took those out. Those were pretty good too. That was all us. Definitely lost a car here. Got killed a few times, but we made it. So let's just take a quick base recap here of what we got. So we started off here just in general with sort of our smelting lines running here. And we just continued adding smelting lines up north this direction, although it's clear we ran out of fuel up here towards the end. But that had the nice advantage of lining the smelting fuel up all together, and the general idea was with each new science we added, we would add the smelting for it. And then we organized ourselves off in this direction. A little more complicated up front with the sort of black and red and green science, because we also combined a little bit of an initial mall here. And then later, I don't even know if you call this a proper mall, but a little more just to supply the bots with stuff to build. We moved on to blue science and our first sort of oil processing. Made heavy use of the mines for a while. That was helpful. Then we got of course, the tank to help us clear some things out. We got ourselves a little bot build here, and even used some of the frames to make logistics robots. We hung our flamethrower turret build off the end of the engines for blue science, so that worked out pretty well. What else do we have? We of course got our concrete set up pretty early because that let us get to nuclear power. I would say the first really super interesting build started with purple, where we had to set up a bunch of smelting lanes, including 4 steel lanes. And then we had this pattern of building the intermediates sort of over here and moving downstream with them until we could make the science and route them back down to the labs. We did something similar here with the yellow science, including all of the green circuit builds, red circuits, blue circuits, LDSs, and then this sort of stacked build here worked out pretty well, of just engines into electric engines into frames into yellow science. And even though the ratios weren't exactly right, this made for sort of an easy to organize build here. And then finally, we actually set up an extra build just to generate the RCUs. One of the things that I think did work out well was manufacturing the rocket parts ahead of time before we got the silo. All right, here's our oil processing gig. So we got the advanced oil processing with sort of our lines of oil here, lined up with the cracking and the beacons, using solid fuel as sort of a way to get rid of any excess petroleum gas, which we did have for a while. Later we had to move on to coal liquefaction in order to get all of that to keep up as we started to run out of oil, including cracking for that. We went with nuclear power, so we did manage to get ourselves. Well, it looks like we got all backed up here with those dull rocks, but we still had plenty of nuclear fuel left over here. We had a nice, tight, simple build over here with 4 nuclear reactors. Eventually, we started with the 2, and then found that we could expand it pretty easily. Ended up handcrafting most of this stuff. That worked out to be okay. Didn't have to wait for too long for that. What else? Initial power over here. We were able to sort of extend it out. But then once we got to nuclear power, we were able to shut this down. That helped us with our pollution. And of course, we built a train system over here to bring these things in with some signaling to indicate when there was capacity available at a station. So we had a number of those stations coming in here, as well as some early outposts. This one is still eking along here with some of it, but it's mostly done. Our early outposts we did with belts for sure. So such as this one, or such as this one was done with belts. That one's still running. Here's another one that we did with belts early on with coal. What else? Then, later on in the game, this was our more typical outposts with trying to get 4 lanes going into a 1-4 train over here. And we did actually, even for coal, get a little trickier with some of the combinators so that we could accommodate sort of a one extra stacker so that we could add another train in here to keep the coal running. Let's see, defense-wise, the things that we did were we got these border walls up and running with bots to repair them, flamethrower turrets, and actually these dragon teeth worked out super well. So just funneling the biters into these pockets where the flamethrower turrets, and in fact the neighboring flamethrower turrets could get them too, that was super useful because it meant because of the area of effect damage that we get from the flamethrower turrets, it meant that, the biters tended to run into a smaller area. And that worked out pretty well. We had our rotating ammo belt feeding the backup turrets as well. Overall, here is the final base, which we'll maybe take a final base selfie of. But as you can see, we still have attacks going. We did have to push out pretty far, and we took advantage of the choke points across the water here to secure our borders, which was, if you go back to episode 1, that was one of the things that we looked at here in the overall map. Now, we did end up building one artillery turret right there, just in case we had a behemoth biter or behemoth's worm get close enough to our defenses to bother us, but they did not before we launched the rocket, so that's okay. And I think that's it. I think that's a pretty good base overview. So this was a long run. We had a number of episodes here. I want to thank all of you who made it this far and watched it. I had fun making these series. I hope you had fun watching it. I certainly learned things from the people who added comments. I hope you learned something too by watching it. And so keep enjoying Factorio, and maybe we'll see you around in another series with something different. All right, take care. Bye.